Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. It is Palestine here. Welcome to my channel. And basically, this morning, I tried to make a video on my data science channel, and the microphone wasn't working. So I spent all that time making that video. It's on Excel, by the way. And the microphone wasn't working, so I just have to delete the video. The video's no good, and so I had to restart my laptop to try to get the microphone back up, because I don't know if you're aware of this, but if you have a problem with your computer, quite often restarting your computer will solve a glitch. So fortunately, that solved the glitch. So I'm having all these problems because I got Driver Booster off of Microsoft Store, and I installed it, and I got a message on Driver Booster saying that all of my drivers were out of date, and I thought I was doing the right thing, so I updated my drivers on Driver Booster. But what Driver Booster did was it took off my sound system, so I didn't have a sound system anymore. So don't use Driver Booster. It's malware. And then I read on the internet that if you're not supposed to replace your drivers unless you're actually having problems with your drivers. So don't use Driver Booster. Don't replace your drivers unless you actually have problems with your drivers. Now, I couldn't replace the driver on my Lenovo because the serial number wouldn't come up. But this morning I was looking on the internet, and it said that there is a way that you can replace your driver on a Lenovo laptop if you just put the type of laptop that you have in when it says serial number, and that should give you the driver as well. So I don't know what I'm going to do if I have another problem with my driver. I had to pay £30 to get my computer fixed, and then what happened was it's still not totally fixed because the volume isn't as high as I would like to be, and it still keeps on crashing. So I paid £30, but it's not fixed the way I really would like to be. So one, don't mess around with your drivers unless you have any problems. And two, if you have to replace a driver, replace it from the manufacturer site of the computer that you have. And three, don't put any driver software on your computer, which is what I did. I bought it with Microsoft Store, and I thought it would be okay, but it's not okay. It's malware, and it was Driver Booster that did all this to my computer. So when later on in a few hours, I'm going to have to redo that video that I did. It's a video on Excel. So that's pretty distressing, and the only good thing that I got out of it, so I made the video, so I pretty much know what I'm going to say when I do it again, So if you're interested in Excel and you don't know how to use Excel, I would recommend you take my basic Excel course under Crystal X. It's a playlist that I'm making. So that's what happened this morning, and what I wanted to make a video on, aside from my problems with my microphone, with my sound system, is the fact that I've been having pain. So one thing, my arm and everything hurts, and I think I know what caused that. Yesterday I was doing something that required me to use the mouse a lot and click on the mouse, and I think doing that caused my muscles and my arm and everything to hurt. That's what I think caused the problem. And then in addition to that, my lower back hurts, and I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm worried about going to the doctor because the doctor will say, well, lose weight. Well, it's hard for me to lose weight because I take 2 drugs that cause you to gain weight. I take a psychiatric drug, which I'm forced to take, and that'll make me gain weight. And then I have to take an aromatase inhibitor, an anastrozole, and that makes you gain weight too because it takes away all of the estrogen in your body. So I don't have any estrogen in my body because the aromatase inhibitor gets rid of all the estrogen. I'm not medically trained. I can't tell you exactly how it does it, but I don't have any estrogen in my body. And they say one of the side effects of taking an aromatase inhibitor is joint pain. And so now I have problems with my lower back. And last night I was really having problems with my lower back because we went to this presentation with this man that wrote a book about the human cost of AI, and he came and gave a presentation about the book that he wrote, and it was a really interesting presentation, but I couldn't really enjoy the meeting because my lower back was hurting so much, and then I would try to move around in the chair and nothing seemed to help. And so I've been really worried about that. If I go to the doctor will just say lose weight. Well, I'm trying my best to lose weight. And then so aromatase inhibitors will give you a joint pain, and one of the places where you have pain is your back or your lower back. But in addition to that, I looked it up, and since I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I still consider that I have breast cancer because they're making me take aromatase inhibitors, which are a type of hormone therapy. If I was cured, I wouldn't have to take any drugs. But because I'm taking drugs, I'm not cured. So I consider that I still have cancer. And the thing is one of the places that the cancer comes back is the bones. So basically, I'm just going to wait a few weeks and see what happens. And then if my lower back still hurts and it doesn't improve with rest, like if I lay down and it doesn't improve, but if it's still hurting no matter what I do, then I'm going to make an appointment to see the doctor, because one of the places that cancer comes back is in the bones. And I know of 3 people on YouTube who have breast cancer, and their breast cancer had metastasized to the bones. One was Samantha Lynn. She's died. She was a nice girl. I watch a lot of her videos, and she died. And whenever she was first diagnosed with cancer, it was stage 4 because she had cancer in her breast and also in her rib. And then what happened was she wanted to have a baby, so she came up with all these reasons about why she couldn't take the cancer treatment. But the bottom line is she could take the cancer treatment, but she just wanted to have a baby. And so she came up with all these reasons why she couldn't take the cancer treatment. So she stopped the cancer treatment. She got pregnant within a month or 2. And then the cancer came back because she, not only was she not taking the cancer treatment, she also had all these pregnancy hormones. So the cancer just came right back. And she had cancer for 7 years before she died. And then there's another lady called Bex from Amen and Bex. And again, she had cancer. She had, I think they said that she had stage 3 cancer. She had a lumpectomy, she had chemotherapy, and then she had radiotherapy. And since she was young, they told her that she had to take tamoxifen. Well, I think that her partner wasn't supportive of her taking tamoxifen because I saw one video where she was taking oral chemotherapy and he was calling it poison. So because I think he wasn't supportive of her taking tamoxifen or any other cancer drugs for that matter, and she wanted to have a baby too. She hasn't admitted to not taking it, but I think that if she was taking it, I'm not sure she would have been able to get pregnant. So she got pregnant, whether or not she was taking this tamoxifen or not, because I saw a video where it said she had to take it, but I do know that her partner, Eamon, wasn't supportive of her taking any drugs. And I think she's never admitted that she didn't take it, but I'm not sure that she took it because, again, she got pregnant right away. And then as soon as she got pregnant, all those pregnancy hormones came back, and that caused the cancer to metastasize into her hips and her ribs and her back. And she ended up having to have an emergency cesarean section, and they had to remove her ovaries. And now she has stage 4 cancer, and she still makes videos, but I don't really watch the videos unless it's a health update. If it's a health update, I watch the videos. But if it's not a health update, I'm not really that interested. Because, they talk about going around in their van and buying a house in Mexico and stuff like that. And I'm